Planning a visit to Amsterdam? There's lots to see and do. For a 2-day stay, you can visit the 3 must-see museums, enjoy a canal tour, and take a walking tour of the city. It's easy to do everything in Amsterdam on your own because it has an excellent public transportation system and everyone here speaks English. Let's get started. We purchased an Amsterdam card so that we could explore the city at our own pace. The Amsterdam card covers many of those must-see museums admissions fees, such as the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, and a canal boat tour, but it does not include the Anne Frank House. The card also includes a transportation pass so that you can use the buses, trams, and trains with it as well. Book advance tickets through each museum's website. If you purchase the Amsterdam card, when paying on the museum's site, check that you have a prepaid voucher that they can scan when you enter, or you can pay the admission fee via a credit card. Advance bookings ensure you get the date and time that you want and ensures you don't have to wait in long lines. Be sure to allow enough time between the reservations so that you have travel time to the next destination. When taking public transportation, scan your bus ticket or the Amsterdam card upon both entry and exit. A 48-hour Amsterdam card costs about $95 per person in 2024. It's best to choose what sites you want to see so that you can evaluate whether or not buying the card is the most cost-effective option. If you only plan to visit 2 or 3 attractions, paying the admission fee separately can be the best route. The first must-see museum is the Rijksmuseum. It's known for its world-class collection from the 4 Dutch masters, Rembrandt, Hals, Vermeer, and Steen. The museum showcases several thousand paintings from other artists in a spectacular setting. Here you can experience the details of Dutch history from 1200 until the present. You can easily spend several hours at the Rijksmuseum wandering through its exhibits. Spend at least 90 minutes here to view the works of the Dutch masters in the Gallery of Honor. You will see Johannes Vermeer, View of the Houses in Delft. This painting shows his mastery of tranquility and stillness. He is also known for his paintings of the inside of Dutch homes, where women engage in everyday activities that were lit by a side window. His The Milkmaid painting brings out the beauty in everyday things. The museum's masterpiece is Rembrandt's The Night Watch. It's a group portrait of Amsterdam's civic guards that was supposed to hang in their meeting hall. The painting was under restoration when we visited. The Rijksmuseum's Great Hall has stained glass windows, vaulted ceilings, and murals of Golden Age explorers. Here are some other works of art that are found in the Rijksmuseum. The Van Gogh Museum is another must-see with more than 200 paintings by the troubled painter. The museum is located in the Museumplein and within walking distance of the Rijksmuseum, so you can conveniently visit both in one trip. Many of Van Gogh's works are vibrant and pulse with energy, while others can be dark and somber. It's easy to spend an hour or more here just to see the highlights. The museum displays are organized by the various periods in Van Gogh's life. His time spent in the Netherlands is represented by the potato eaters, and his time in Paris by his self-portrait. When he was in Arles, he painted the sunflowers, and when he was at Auvers-sur-Oise, he painted the wheat field with crows. A third must-see museum is the Anne Frank House. This museum offers a fascinating look at the hideaway of young Anne and her family during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands. While in hiding, Anne kept a diary chronicling her extraordinary experience. The 60-minute tour is somber and reflective of a dark period in history. Explore the annex's second and third floors to see the main living areas for those 8 persons in hiding that were in a space of less than 1,000 square feet. No pictures can be taken in the annex since it's a Holocaust memorial. The museum's tickets sell out quickly. Get your tickets 6 weeks in advance when they first go on sale. Print your ticket and bring it to the ticket holders line for a quick entry at your selected date and time. Another must-see is a canal cruise. Right outside the Rijksmuseum, you can catch one of those long and low boats for a relaxing 60 to 75-minute introduction to the city with commentary by the boat captain. This tour is covered by the Amsterdam card, so select a canal cruise based on your schedule. The canal cruise has many fantastic sights along the way. You'll see a wonderland of canals lined with bikes and trees, townhouses topped with fancy gables, and one entire canal with its series of overhead bridges. You'll also pass by the Amsterdam locks and NEMO, the National Center for Science and Technology. It's a kid-friendly museum and a city landmark. You'll also see many canal front houses and restaurants that have a distinctive tilt. You can spend your second day getting an excellent overview of Amsterdam in about 3 hours or so by taking a 3-mile city walk that starts at Central Station. With its red brick and prickly spires, the station is the first of several late 19th century neo-Gothic buildings you'll see. One of the station's towers has a clock dial. The other tower's dial is a weather vane. Walking south on Damrak Street, you'll see the St. Nicholas Church that was built in the 1880s. The church was built to recognize Catholicism in Amsterdam. After about 3 centuries of oppression, Catholics were finally free to worship in public at this church. The marina here is lined with old brick buildings from the 1600s. At that time, those buildings warehoused exotic goods from all over the world. You'll notice the winch and pulley systems at the top of the buildings because they were used to get goods into the warehouses. Some of the buildings also have a slight tilt from the settling of the marshy ground. Going further south on Damrak, you'll find the Sex Museum and see the city's most notorious commodity on display. Amsterdam has accommodated the sex trade over the years. You'll soon see a long brick building with a square clock tower. That's the stock exchange, or Beurs van Berlage. It was built with 9 million bricks. Dam Square is where Amsterdam got its start around 1250. At that time, fishermen settled along the built-up banks of the Amstel River. They built a dam blocking the Amstel River and created a small village called Amsterdam. The white obelisk on the eastern side of the square is a national monument that honors World War II casualties. A short detour to number 58 Kalverstraat Street will take you to the De Papagaai or Hidden Church. This Catholic church, with a simple white interior, carved wood and Stations of the Cross paintings, is a peaceful retreat amid the commercialism of the shops that line the street. The church gets its nickname from a parrot, or papagaai, that is carved over the entrance of a house that formerly stood at this site. At 92 Kalverstraat is the Amsterdam Museum and Gallery. On the tilting arch is Amsterdam's coat of arms, a red shield with 3 X's and a crown. Some believe the X's represent the 3 virtues of heroism, determination, and mercy. Others believe it comes from the medieval times for the 3 threats of fire, flood, and the plague. The crown at the top dates from 1489. Bijnhof is a sanctuary within the bustle of the city. It has sheltered women since 1346 and houses line the quiet courtyard near its two churches. The first church with the red brick-faced front is the English Reformed Church. It was built in 1420 to serve the Beguine community. The second church is Catholic and is across from the English Reformed Church. It had to be low profile or hidden, and you can quite easily miss it, but its interior is magnificent as its altars and stained glass windows show. The Spo district of Amsterdam showcases a small black statue of Queen Wilhelmina daintily riding side saddle. In real life, she was the iron-willed inspiration for the Dutch resistance against the Nazis. Mint Tower, or Munteren, marked the limit of the medieval walled city and served as one of the original gates. After the gate went up in flames in a 1618 fire, only the guardhouse and part of the western tower remained standing. The Mint Tower steeple was added in 1620, as shown on its clock face. The name of the tower refers to the fact that the guardhouse on the side of it was used to mint coins in the 17th century. The flower market is on the south bank of the Canal. Browse your way along the block and you'll see why the Netherlands is the largest flower exporter in Europe. Leidseplein is Amsterdam's liveliest squares. It's filled with outdoor tables under trees and surrounded by cafes, theaters, and is filled with tourists. On the east end of the Leidseplein is the flagship Bulldog Cafe and coffee shop. Notice the sign above the door. The building once housed the police bureau. As evening approaches, it's fun to visit the red light district in one of Amsterdam's oldest neighborhoods of the city. Here, women of the world's oldest profession are on the job, as prostitution is allowed here. These ladies of the night tease and tempt here, as they have for centuries, in several hundred display case windows. In the midst of the red light district is the old church, a 14th century landmark. Other noteworthy sites, if you have time, are the Jordaan district with its Westerkerk that's near the Anne Frank house. Rembrandt's body is buried somewhere under the pews. You can also climb the 185 steps of the tower with a guided tour. The Heart Museum has Russia's Tsarist treasures that are on loan from St. Petersburg. And then there's the Amstel Hotel, which is Amsterdam's VIP hotel. The must-see museums in Amsterdam are the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, and the Anne Frank House. Enjoy a city tour via a canal boat, walk the main street of Damrak, and stroll the famous red light district. It's a great city to just relax and people watch as well. But don't forget about all those bicyclists. There's lots to do in Amsterdam, so make the most of your time there. If you liked the video or thought it was helpful or informative, hit the like button or consider subscribing to the channel, as I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching.